kings of the earth rise up, and the rulers they counsel together against the Lord and his anointed. Okay, help me out the end. So help them out, last 3 bars, or 6 bars.
Are you going to not beat at all when the vocalist is singing?
Yeah, I will not beat at all during that recitative after, I don't know if you guys have D mark.
So here's what I think you should do. I think
If you give us a downbeat at the second measure,
so
that's
here's what I
actually
would
probably
do.
enough.
I'd go, when he goes, the kings of the earth rise up, and then, so you just kind of make the kings of the earth rise up. You just let them see it. It's not in time.
Yeah.
But then they know kind of where they're at, so that when you go like that, okay?
If you just give the downbeat of the
Yeah.
measure where there's no instruments, that's
It's
good
easier
enough.
for us to keep track
Okay.
of it, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think more information is better. Here we go.
That's
So,
fine.
Could play for me. I am at the beginning of the recit. It's after it went fast and stopped. You know where I'm at? 7 before the end.
Where all the notes stop.
So give me your downbeat, your shunt there,
Is it
and the king of the earth rise up, and the rulers of counsel together against the Lord and his anointed. That's hard. That's hard conducting.
That was good.
Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
So when it gets to half notes, it's in time. It's a different time than before.
So that way there's no question.
But the measure before the half notes is quite fluid.
Yes. Like we have no idea what he's going to do.
My downbeat.
Let's do the last 7 again.
Just eyes up.
It should have words.
Could be better
That
together.
would help.
No. Last 7. The kings of the earth rise up, and the rulers take their counsel together against the Lord and his anointed. Okay. Good. So 2 things. One on recits. What I tell them is if they're wrong,
Start it up.
or the singer surprises them, they're not supposed to go,
Let's start it.
right? It's better for you to go on the wrong beat than for us to go, right? So it doesn't matter if the singer gets away from us, as long as we all play our thing together. It's a recit. It all sounds fine, unless we play at different times. So don't listen to the singer and play where you think you're supposed to play. Play where he gives a clear, and then it'll be awesome, regardless if it was exactly what's on the page or not. Yes?
So this last 16.
Yes, that's the next thing. So, are you subdividing or are you not subdividing?
For
The
Last measure.
I was not planning on subdividing.
Okay.
Do you guys?
So you have to go 1 and 2, 3. But it has to be real.
Okay.
It can't be. There can't be any.
The 16th note should be shorter than many of the.
So it should go
Should it
1,
be?
bum, bum, ba-dum.
Yes.
Yeah. If his gesture is super clean and not overly expressive, it'll work. Last measure. Have to stay at the top on it. Here we go. And up. If you come down too early, then they're left with this a giant hole there, and then they just start looking at their concertmaster, hoping that she'll play it.
Okay.
One more time. One. And okay. Good. And that goes Ataka into the next movement. Does anybody have any page turn?
Yeah.
You gotta quit, or they won't know what to do.
Okay, and then we need them. Okay.
Does anybody have a page turn?
Yes.
Who does?
We do.
But we can make
Okay,
it.
so you write the second violins in your part, and you have to look at the second violins. They have to be ready before you start.
Okay.
We
They're-
can take this apart and make sure there isn't none.
Well, It's fine. It's good practice to know who the problem is, and you have to look at them before you start.
So the problem is always the second violence.
No, the violas are the solution. All right, can we start 41? He's
Or to do last measure of 40 into 41.
Sure.
And who are you looking at before you start?
Okay.
Sorry. You said we were starting 41, so we turned the page before that. Yeah.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Look at the choir. Can you give a stronger cue on the beginning of that movement? Remember, you got to get the tenors to come in as well.
Yes, they're right.
And they're actually a bigger problem than the orch, because they're going to be nervous about that transition, right? So you got to go bum bum bum, and so look at the seconds, and then conduct the tenors, and trust that the orchestra will come in.
Are you talking about at A or at the beginning?
At the beginning of 41. So you know what? If you left your baton down on that, bum, bum,
Thank you.
it might work a little better. Can I try it?
Yeah.
Everybody, last measure of 40. Last measure of 40.
Oh, okay. So we're going to transition.
Yeah, and. Is that better?
Sorry.
No? Try it again. And. You like that? Try it. Feedback?
The thing is that they have a 16th note and we don't. So if you make too much out of what they're doing, we're gonna get confused.
You might move on that.
Right.
Okay.
That it makes us want to do what they're doing.
That's interesting.
I didn't know we were so special.
You're first.
So special.
You were always up.
Where? I mean, on or on with? Right there in measure we're playing. At the middle of 41, are we?
Oh, it's Chris. If you have those little markers, mark.
Or If you do that, but you just look at them, so we know it's for them and not for us.
Okay.
That might work.
So let's do the transition. I'd like to see a better, a more aggressive downbeat on the bum 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 bum.
Okay, so last measure of the aria.
Yeah. Go taller and deeper. Here we go, guys. Right, beginning of that movement. If you give more of this, they'll have more of that. If you shorten it, here we go. They don't have enough, right? And I do think that string players need more of that than wind players do. Like, I think you guys can do that more because they have such a physical. So more height, more low. Yeah. You're not hungry, right? Yeah, good. Isn't that nice when the prep is that long? Gives you time? That's good. Good job, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is Rachel. She's a violist, so she's the best in the world.
I haven't practiced in a while. I lost my hickey.
Oh, it's okay. It's like riding a bicycle. It'll come back.
It'll come back.
You're scarred for life.
Chorus number 46. We should do the aria before that.
Yes. This is that great soprano aria, I Know My Redeemer Liveth.
So you have the downbeat.
Is that a question or a statement? Yes.
So, and that's good information for the violins. They now know that they play on beat 1 and they play on beat 3. Yeah. So give them a dead 2 and a strong 3.
45.
Dead. Bom.
Okay.
As long as the 2 is really dead, it won't cause any trouble and it'll give more information. Shall stand upon the earth, upon the earth. I know that my Redeemer
day upon the earth. I know I know that my Redeemer liveth, and the worms destroy the body, yet in my flesh shall I see God. Yet in my feast shall I I know that my Redeemer liveth. For now is Christ risen from the dead. The first fruits of them that sleep, of them that sleep, the first fruits of For now is Christ risen, for now is Christ risen from the dead. That's clear.
You want to subdivide?
Yeah.
Right? So, all you do is Christmas tree. So, 1, 2, 3, and 1. So instead of going up, you go over, and then you go up. 1, 2, 3, and 1.
2, 3, and?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it Christmas tree. You can subdivide as much as you need. And never come down. It's just, was it a little slow?
Yeah, I was worried that I was dragging and then I was trying to fight it,
Okay,
but I
good.
didn't.
Yeah, because
I felt when you were pushing a little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
So probably I know that because it's just such a long
Yeah, I
word,
just need to
and it's
slow
really
down.
hard on sopranos.
You want to go really fast in the middle of it.
I'm sure I said it from the beginning.
So it'll be fine. It's not hard to play. You don't, and some sopranos can do it slow, but that doesn't mean we should let them. Thing can go on for 8 minutes if you're not careful. I think we'll be fine on that.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do the ending though, shall we?
Yep. Yeah.
So let's
we're not
let's practice the
mixed
retard.
Last 4 bars.
Yeah, that's good. Let's
I
do it.
remember talking to a soprano one time. Are you person? When I sing this song, but she told me to. Let me show you. Here we go. Last 4 bars. And T and. So their thingy comes after my thingy. 1, 2, dum bum bum. Because I'm showing an 8th note and they play 16th note. D bum bum. Try again. Last 4 bars. There you go.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. And you can practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead on with a little chorus.
Airy violins, airy all the way through.
Yeah.
It seems like our pianos were a little overbearingly loud.
Yeah, and it's only a soloist, so everything can be under. Yeah.
Unless it says rotating or not speaking.
Probably there have been times in which we didn't use all the violins, but it's fun. Everybody should play. We should just play light
Forte
and
doesn't
everybody
mean
play.
Forte unless she's not singing.
Yeah, and that if it says forte, 100% they wrote that in because the soloist is not singing at that spot. Yeah. Let's go to the 46.
Grave, are you in 4/8?
4.
Can you tell them what happens at the beginning? When does the first person play?
The first person plays on the downbeat.
And then nobody plays to the tempo change.
Yep.
It's
No
a
one
bass
plays
clef
the
and
tempo
sauce.
change.
What's that?
They play at the allegro.
Right, the tempo change. Yeah, the allegro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since by man came death, but since by man came death. Okay, so in that measure, for reasons that cannot be explained, is a double measure. There's 8 beats in the last bar. I don't know why. Am I right, Rachel?
You're correct.
Rather than just making it 2 measures, they made it 1. And maybe he was tired of going like this. I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
Like a written out card.
is there
But I don't think we
text
used.
in
We
this?
didn't
We didn't
Is it the
observe
same
exactly.
text?
It's just it's actually a retard. He wrote in a retardando. And
So it's really 2 bars.
yes,
One.
it looks like 2 bars when she
8 beats of
conducts it.
death.
Okay.
It's one word.
So it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3.
Here, do it one more time just so you can hear it.
That was good.
Okay, from the top.
Yep.
Okay.
Since by man came death, since by man came death, by man came also resurrection of the dead. By man came also the resurrection of the dead. By man came also the resurrection of the dead. For as in Adam all die, for as in Adam all die for 2 measures like last time. So in Christ, not only me. Okay, yep, your question.
I don't I
You
think
just have to
there
look at it.
There needs to be more of a
We
percentage.
need an upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep,
so here's what you
exactly.
do is you're holding death, and you're holding it, and you go, boom.
That's what you do.
Yeah. So the key is to freeze and then lift. If you don't freeze, then it's like they can't quite tell it. So right on die.
Okay, we'll do
Start the grave there.
the
Second
grave
grave.
at B, the second grave.
For as in Adam all die, for as in Adam all die. Even so in Christ shall we all be made alive. Even so in Christ shall all be made alive. Even so in Him shall all be made alive. So in Christ shall all be made
Yay.
I like it.
Yeah. So that really works great, doesn't it? And you can feel that. And it's not that you cut off; it's that you just hold. Yeah, they won't stop singing.
Yeah, and I might not like drag out this da.
Whatever you do.
Like, I don't want to drag that out too long, so
It's
that
kind of a
the next
phenomena.
downbeat might come, slightly
Yeah.
sooner than expected.
As long as we've got an upbeat, we'll play it wherever you want it.
Yeah, right. If you show that impulse of will, boom, everyone will play.
Cool.
Are we good?
Good.
Good job. All right. So Saturday, I may try to arrange. I need to look at the arias and see what the violas play on. You don't play on many of them, do you? You're not sure what the arias are.
We have like 3 or 4 things that are tacit.
So I will try to put the viola arias later in the hour. I'll just look at that and send out a schedule. Violins.
Because we're playing only the arias at the beginning.
But
right?
from 9:50 or 9:55, we'll only work on arias. And I won't call timpani and trumpets until 10. And I'll probably 9:30 is a guess right now.
And we're done at 11:30.
Yeah, hopefully a little earlier. My goal is 11:20.
Great.
So we're going to do kind of a runny through. I mean, there'll be some stops at 10, like 05, and then we'll see what it takes to get you out by 11:15 or 11:20. Obviously not past 11:30.
So run through mean we're gonna be the arias again then? And
Yeah, then the RA people get 2 shots at it. They get to sing it at 9 and they get to sing it at 10. And the choir people only get 1 shot. Okay? So dress for the choir is dark on the bottom and a solid color on the top. Now, if it's important for you to wear all black, that is a solid color, so you can do that. That's fine. But you could also wear like a different color, like that's a different color, or that's a different color.
You're gonna have to explain this to
That is-
orchestra
that is-
people.
That is not. Well, that's polka dot.
Wait, not black?
Does it not necessarily need to be a button up?
If it's like a nice T-shirt, that's fine. If it has like a skull on it with something coming out the eye hole, then no.
Well, what if it's all one color?
Wait, but
So-
black, right?
So everyone gets. I have 3 levels of compensation. There's student, there's community, and there's professional. And I went to that to get away from the fact that I noticed that I sort of worked out my pay individually for everyone. And
Which is
I'm saying this
dangerous.
for Naomi.
It's dangerous.
And I found out that I always paid the men more than the women. I certainly wasn't intending to, but I did.
Well, when you pay people individually, you accidentally
That's right.
put bias on because
That's
you're
right. Not a conscious bias.
it's not a conscious
It was
bias.
an unconscious
You're just
bias. So
you need to do it based on
because
something that's
of
objective.
another thing I read, I looked at it and found out not always, but the women tended to make less. And so now I just just use levels, and the levels are what they are. And if people are unwilling to pay for the level, then
So good.
then they should not play. And so the bad news is this is not CRS. CRS, you get a check on the stand at the beginning of the concert, which makes everyone play more right notes. But
No, what it really does is make us pay our
the
bills.
money is coming from the university, and so that means that they request the check,
and then sometimes before retirement you get it. It's been already requested. We've already started the process. I'm going to look into it and try to make it sooner, not later. But sorry,
Maybe we play more right notes if we're not hustling our side jobs.
no one's ever picked up the check and walked out.
Oh, yeah. So what do I think about the dress? It can be really hot in
Oh, 'cause
there.
you just-
so
It
don't
won't.
carry it.
Yeah. I mentioned stand lights. It can be so hard to see in there. If you own a stand light, then you should bring one. Okay, bye guys.
So Steve, do all of the music ed grad students get to do this now, not
Yes.
just vocal?
It's now
And is
every-
that new?
That is starting last
Starting
year.
last year. That is so awesome.
So they
Can I
asked.
come back and do it again?
They asked if everyone could do it, and I said yeah.
That's so great.
It does mean kind of longer programs, right? Because I used to have
It's
3 or
worth
4,
it.
now I have 7 or 8.
So good.
Yeah, but I think it's because I
Way
didn't
better.
I pay you.
I would have loved to have done it.
Marlon asked me to one of their
Is it gonna be a problem?
If it, yeah,
Then I'll have to. Then I'm gonna have.
if it isn't like
Then-
a scholarship might
Sorry.
work.
and I knew
With students,
I
I buy
knew
gifts.
that was a bad idea
Right.
because I should have conducted.
Cause I'm
Right.
at 0.49
So I'll give you a gift.
Conducting is my weakness.
Yeah.
And so what we've done with the gift cards, it's a way to circulate.
For my master's.
We can go right on there and just buy
I should
like
have conducted.
pieces.
Yeah.
And
I was the
then,
orchestra.
but it, then we don't.
However, it's just
it's
gonna be
very,
a problem.
It's a great trick to what you do.
To a certain amount. 'cause
So
it could be
honestly, I mean,
for
at
work
the time,
changes.
I had tried.
So, you know, I'm gonna pay for it. And this is.
Can we use your music from now on? Can we use your music since I don't have any?
I just wanted to let you know.
And it's not a gift card to.
I like doing this out of order. It was new. Just kidding, not at all.
But yeah, I've been paid like that way
So you
for
can
the
use
two
it,
gigs.
so you can, yeah. That's our clever way to circumvent the dominant paradigm.
But thank
Sooner or later they'll figure me out on that, and then we'll have to go to
No, they won't.
another solution.
I
Hey
paid-
cellos, did you see we brought you cello chairs? This is because we love you,